Policing in the fear. When they take an oath, one of the things that they take an oath to is to do their job without fear. Now, why the first thing they holler is, I fear for my life, and I understand that. But literally, they take a fucking oath to saying that I will do my job without fear. I will act without fear. It's a big ass contradiction.
I mean, it really is when you think about it. I mean, come on. How do you take one of the most dangerous jobs the country has to offer, and every time your gun seems to go off, it's someone of color over someone white. And the crazy part about it is that you look up statistics right now to this day, white folks commit more violent crimes than black.
Yeah.
There's just as much white on white crime as there is black on black. So at the end of the day, it's like, does becoming a police officer give you or make you, no, I'm going to say give you the right to be violent or more violent than what you would on one end than the other? Because for you to say every time you shot, you know what I'm saying, you was in fear for your life, and it was a black man that didn't have a weapon or wasn't pulling a weapon on you, how in the fuck are you in fear for your life other than the fact that it's a black man?
Everybody was taught to be fearful of the black man because they're the strongest creature on earth. So automatically that people always gonna be scared of any black man. I wouldn't care if he was 4'9" and 140 pounds. They're still gonna fear a black man.
They're gonna fear a black woman too.
Yeah. Black women got a reputation to them too. Loud, aggressive, of course, bossy. Black women got a little name according to them.
Yeah.
May not be as bad as men, but women are pretty fucking bad too.
Honestly, we can't say that. We can't say that. Look at the women who haven't had justice this year. Yeah, we got justice for George Floyd, but before George Floyd even happened, we had Sandra Bland and the other girl. You know, and I know they wasn't the only two, but as far as shit hitting the media and landing on our front doors, them two females right there, we still ain't got no fucking justice for them. Sandra Bland somehow was dead in a fucking cell. She didn't hang herself. She didn't do nothing to herself. What the fuck y'all do to her? Why ain't none of them motherfuckers been brought up for authority? You know, the other chick, y'all ran in another house looking for a nigga that y'all knew damn well she had broken up with and wasn't staying with her anymore. Where's the justice there?
Yeah, that George Floyd was just one person. I mean, that itself was just way too much for them to even want to do. They don't, you know, they do it because of the pressure. But in this whole process, that's been way too much for them, and that's extremely overwhelming, and I doubt they want to go through that again. Not no time soon. It's going to take something real crazy or some kind of real disruption with people for them to start literally trying to prosecute these police officers.
And that's the fucked up part about it is, like, you know, I feel that's what it is. But I feel like this is just like in the late 80s, early 2000s when I'm going to say we as black folks in Kansas City at least, you know, in other parts of the world, started beating up and shooting up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the fucked up part is that was when you call brown America, black America, or America period violent towards law or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Because they gotta understand, bro, we pay y'all fucking tax. We pay y'all salary. Y'all don't pay ours. You know what I'm saying? Y'all wouldn't have a fucking job if we decided to say, we'll pay taxes for healthcare and everything else, but I'm not fucking paying taxes for the police. I'm not paying these motherfuckers to police us wrong. And now that, you know, you have things like defunding the police out there and on their ass, yeah, in a lot of regions and places you get a change because motherfuckers want to keep their job. But in a lot of other places, there is no change because there's nobody fighting for a change.
Right.
True.
And I think that's because they're scared of the consequences of, you know, really fighting. They're scared of what could happen, jail, fines, which is stuff that people just, you know, don't want and can't afford. I think that plays a big reason why people don't really stand up. That and then a lot of people just naive.
I feel like it's more naivety than it is, I want to say fear. Because I feel like this. I'm a grown-ass motherfucking man. So, if I'm sitting in my house, walking out my house, out and about in this world, you run up on me, I got it. It's going to get handled two ways. I'm going to put these on you, or I'm going to let that go. So, if there was no police, that is still right. That is still the dynamic. That is still how shit is.
Yeah.
So, I'm not going to be one of these ones around here hollering, I need the police. No, the fuck I don't. I never needed them. Honestly, when I look back through life, the police ain't never been nothing but a negative every time they pull up.
Yeah.
You ain't never seen so many motherfuckers pull up and can really get into what the situation is and what they call de-escalate the situation. Usually when the police get there, they're the first one to escalate the situation.
Yep.
And I've seen situations of that. Where
they're the instigators.
Yeah.
And they can definitely instigate the hell out of the situation. And
that's the problem, like, even if the police is supposed to be there for delegation, they never seem to delegate right. They never seem to come trying to delegate right. Like I said, usually when the police come, a situation that could have been de-escalated, 9 times out of 10 gets re-escalated when the police.
Yep. It's just I honestly don't think they were trained to actually problem solve. I don't think there's any problem solving nor negotiation.
No.
None of that had to be
unless
solved.
you're Caucasian, to me. If you're Caucasian, then yes, they'll problem solve or try to de-escalate. But I feel like when they pull up to a brown person's house, that's not the thought. That's not the ideal. That's not what I see happening. Look at all the situations. Look at all the situations going on in the world. And the biggest one with me is the black couple that decide to have a home delivery of their baby. And after they had the baby was healthy and everything, but the mother had some complications. So the paramedics come and get them, and they tell the mother, well, our best thing that we can do, because we can't walk away and just knowing your blood pressure or whatever is spiking or whatever, we need to take you to the hospital. The paramedics already deemed the baby is good, clear, whatever else. They go to the doctor. The doctors want to do a blood draw on the baby. The mother says no. The father says no. They both refuse. With their religion and how they live, they're like, no blood draws. Now, state regulation is, new baby, you come in with it, blood draw, whatever shot. You know, these people, but the people had the right to fucking decline. They declined. They left, went home with their baby. Do you know, a couple hours later, the police are kicking in their door with child welfare, with their guns drawn on them. Now, had this been some white people trying to rock dreads and the shit they do, trying to be centric like that, that would not have happened.
That just don't sound right.
But once again, that's the problem with America and the laws that people do not know and do not read up on. Yeah, every law contradicts, but that right there, for that to be a fucking California state law or Arizona state law, to where you can tell me that if I don't let you do what the fuck you want to do with my child when it's born, that you got the right to come to my door, kicking it in with guns drawn.
I just don't see that being any kind of law or anything. It just don't sound. I mean, it don't sound right. I mean, I've heard if you using any kind of government service, whether it be state, federal, or local, any of the services, which includes ambulance, fire, police, and all that, that you have to. You pretty much saying if I use your service, then I'm abiding by everything you do. That's just like a driver's license. You know, you got driver's license, so yeah, we got control over whether you gonna drive or you gonna do this or do that, because you using our shit. It's like they renting shit out for us to live.
That's basically what it is. Basically what it is. I mean, think about it. Okay, in this country, there's a law that says you are allowed to drive without a driver's license, long as you're going from point A to point B, which 9 out of 10 is work to home, hospital to home, something like that.
It's called traveling.
Yes. The right to travel amongst the U.S. or whatever. Even though that's the law, you have a ton of cops that don't know that simple fucking law right there is a law that will run up on you and try to ask you for your ID. Bitch, I don't care if you pulling me over or not, bro. I have not committed a crime. See, infraction is not a crime. And a lot of people don't know that an infraction is not a crime. To where you see people where I kind of say it's stupid, but I understand it. You know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, motherfuckers got to show motherfuckers this shit really does work. But as much as it should work and supposed to work, you see videos of cops being over-aggressive and giving motherfuckers lawsuits and shit like that. And it's like, excuse me, it's like, why not defund y'all asses when y'all are steady hiring motherfucking tyrants and not hood niggas, but hood white boys to fucking run shit. The nigga Creek said it to me the other day when we was having a conversation. He said the problem with law is not that it's already been fucked up, it's that they fucked it up even more. Because remember when cops was cops that lived in that community? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
He said, you know, what he said was true. What he said was true. He was like, you know, back in the day, whether it was a white boy, Mexican, whatever, he lived in the hood that he patrolled in police. So he knew the people. He knew the neighborhood. He knew and understood. If I piss off one of the wrong niggas around here or some of the wrong niggas around here, they'll pull up on my property when I'm off work and address that with. And the difference is, now, the cops are not cops from the neighborhood. They take these white boys from way the fuck over here, a couple counties to a whole state, and bring them over here to fucking police something that they don't know about. And there's no rapport, There's no knowledge. So what you got a dickhead that thinks he know everything that don't realize. Bro, you stay over here. Get it off while you at work, but when you get off work and I come see you man to man, whether I beat your ass, whether I shoot you, whatever I do, you can't hide behind that badge. And that's the problem. Police are trying to hide behind their badge. They rather hire a pussy that was bullied in school than to hire a motherfucker that actually is educated and grew up in the area that they want them to police.
It's funny you say that, because me and Baby just had this conversation and earlier, and I was like, I'm gonna speak on that. Now that you say that, it's kind of crazy because it's like half the motherfucking police force was overseas shooting their kids before they came out here is doing the shit they doing now, just so they can get home to their family. So you need to tell me you would sit here scared for your life for a grown motherfucker when you got a grown ass, you got a little 7-year-old boy charging at you, know how to shoot with some bullets at your head, you might put your gun down. Like, it don't make sense.
You see the connection there?
It don't make sense.
It's fucked up. It's like you rather hire the same way the military get these motherfuckers in and teach them to kill. Everybody's your enemy. Nobody loves you. Nobody cares about you.
Yeah.
And they let them kill over there. And then they let them come back here, and the first thing a soldier goes to do is do what? Be a cop.
Yeah.
So you knew when you put this motherfucker on our street that he was fucked up in the head because y'all didn't get him right when y'all brought him from over there and what y'all already taught him. It's hard to unteach some shit.
Yeah.
And killing's one of those things.
It's like, the thing about it that I see as, it's like, why sit here and be a cop and be afraid for your life? Not only, why sit here and go fight for a country, you know what I'm saying?
That ain't no fight for you when you get home.
War, it's the same type of war over here and going on in the fucking streets over here.
Say it again. Say it again, bro.
Like, why would I sit there and do that for money while I could sit here and struggle and do that for free? That's how I look at it. Like,
or even the fact that if you was to do it for money here, it's a crime.
yeah.
But when they see you there, it's not a crime. That is hard to fucking put in a motherfucking head. That is hard to take out a motherfucking head because the truth is, it's a crime all the way around. If I ain't have no fucking reason to chase you down, gun you down, come to your shit and take your shit and gun you down, that is a crime. You cannot tell me because I'm doing it for country and military that it's not a crime, because some of them same crimes, you know, I don't know one personally, but I do know there is motherfuckers that come home from war and them same crimes that America had them committing, telling them they was legal and for this country, they're sitting in a bridge somewhere for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's just like how you can go over there and as long as you in that war, you 18, anything besides 21, you can drink, smoke, and do whatever all you want, fornicate. But then you get back here and you ain't 21 yet, you can't do none of that. Or I ain't gonna say when you come home on leave, because most motherfuckers gotta do 4, you gotta get dishonorable or honorable discharge. But the point is, you went in at motherfucking 18 or 17. I think back in the day it was 16, so it was even worse. So when you walk your 4 years down and you get back to the U.S. and you think you can have a fucking drink because you got your uniform on, you can't. And it's like shit like that when you think about it on a psychological level, that shit's gonna make you wanna get back to it. Because at least over there when I'm at it, I can. But over here, I can't. So you think, a motherfucker over here, you know, you come home to visit, kiss mom, have a meal, fuck the girl if you got one, beat her ass if she can cheat on you, whatever it is. But you can't go to a bar now and have a drink. You gotta fucking being a motherfucker that'll go in the liquor store and get you a drink. But you serving your country. You killing innocent motherfuckers over there on that soil. But you can't do shit you can do over there when you come visit here. You gotta wait till your 4 years over there to get back here at 21 to be able to walk in a fucking bar or a liquor store and buy a bottle.
Crazy. Like, I just sit here and pump for this goddamn thing, and I can't have a fucking drink.
That's some bullshit. Like, I should be able to drink anywhere in 51 motherfucking states of the United States. Since I'm fucking over here fighting, risking my life for this shit. I watched a movie the other day. It kind of pissed me off, you know, because, you know, there's so many levels to it. It's like the nigga catch one of the soldiers. He was raping a bitch, but it didn't look like rape. Like, she wasn't struggling to get him out. She wasn't yelling help. None of that. She was just letting him pound it out. And he walks in, and he stabs the nigga that he's fighting with. Hands her the knife and walks out. The ironic part is this. When he walked out after stabbing the nigga and leave him there leaking out, the bitch feels like, okay, you stabbed him and handed me the knife, so now, you know, I'm on the chopping block for the murder. You walk out, and when you walk out, you get hit in the neck with a bullet. Karma's a bitch. Now, the lucky part is the nigga survived the fucking bullet wound to the neck.
Wow.
That's what pissed me off, because I'm like, no, on that karma, you should have died, but you lucky. God gave you another chance.
Mm-hmm. That
This nigga leaves the war. This nigga leaves the war. His family stays in, like, fucking, Siberia or Alaska, somewhere where it's cold. This nigga's fucked up in the head. Apparently, the baby mama was fucked up in the head because she killed the son and she ran off. But it was like in the midst of it or in the end of it, like the plot sticking part was that somehow it was like some demon shit involved. And like, you know, when it comes to tribal and dark shit, like, I know something about that, you know something about that, cause, you know, we Indians, we done heard stories from grandmas and peoples and shit. Been told not to go visit certain people. But it was like the whole trickery, fuckery part of it was like, damn, the government fucked you up, their life fucking you up, and then your people and your beliefs is fucked up. Like, it was just a fucked up movie, and it pissed me off, and I just was just waiting on him to die in the movie, like. And bringing it all the way back around, that's how I feel about cops. Like, I don't mean to sound horrible, but I ain't met a lot of fucking cool cops or decent cops, you know what I'm saying?
Well, cops is one thing they do, and been doing shit for years, decades. And for some reason, they got the right way to do the fuck they want, regardless who the fuck paying them.
It's crazy. So, like,
They
the
supposed to
fact that I'm the
come.
motherfucker or one of the motherfuckers paying you.
They supposed to come when you call.
Like,
I call you, you bring your ass to me, and deal with it. That's what they get paid for. For us to call them and for them to bring their ass and do what the fuck they're supposed to do.
but that ain't what they do.
They just
Even
afford that
you,
like that.
even you as a black queen, like if there was an incident in your home and you filed them,
I go to
they
jail.
don't even pull up and address you in the honorable or respectful way they should.
No, you know what I didn't have a situation. What they did was they laughed. I was the one that called their ass, and not only did they laugh, my ass went to jail. So after that, I don't trust them. That's not what they don't do what you call them to do. They
And see, that
literally
right there is illegal.
report them.
That right there is illegal. If I got a warrant, you cannot come to my call, to my aid, and then arrest me for my warrant. Your law says that. Your law depicts that. Your law says you cannot come to help me and then run my name and say, oh, you got warrants. And then you laughed at my situation. No matter how serious it was, you laugh at my situation, then you take me to jail for resisting warrants. You can't do that. That is the law breaking the law, and that is the fucking problem with the law. Now, you being a law-abiding citizen and paying that motherfucker salary makes him a servant to you. That's what rich white people do. Slap disrespectful servants. So if you would have slapped him,
Right.
that's what the fuck he deserved. But guess what they would have did? Threw another charge at your ass.
Assault on an officer. Aggravated battery.
And the fucked up part is, bitch, was you being an officer? And that's why I say to people, it ain't that shit ain't been happening. It's more social media.
Everybody just starting to see it. I mean, most of us are used to the shit, but yeah, it's a lot of people that are just not seeing it because of social media. Which I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but
how many
it's not helping.
a nigga can go live that we don't.
It may take
how many times nigga does go live.
It may take. I'm gonna bet on 1 million. It's gonna take 1 million lives with 1 million deaths for them to think about like, hey, this might be a fucking problem. It might be a problem, but nah, it's a problem. It's been a problem. It's been a problem for fucking years and years on end. And everybody else, what's fucked up is, I don't really look at race as a thing because we are fucking people. I don't give a damn what color you are. I don't see color. We're fucking people. There's other countries where they don't classify you as a certain race. They just call you like Europe. You're European. You ain't a black European. You're not an Asian European. You're a European.
You know what the fucked up part is? I dare you on that, but at the same time I don't, because if you look at that side, there is still systemic racism. See, and nowadays we call it systemic, but it's still just racism, period.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's still hanging nigga from a tree shit, period. Because even when I look, like, I watch a lot of videos. I'm not just a comic. Like, I love comedy. I love making people laugh. I love being able to fucking make you see the fucking real ignorance and shit and make you laugh. Mm-hmm. But also, I see people like motherfucking over, you know what I'm saying, the bridge of what the fuck shit's supposed to be like, because, like you said, European, French, whatever, I even see the racism in that. When you look up fucking certain videos, trying to see funny shit, being a funny motherfucker, traveling a little bit, I've actually seen motherfucking a Frenchman and a European man, even though they both in Europe to me, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't see them talk shit to each other on that level. Like, That's still systemic racism. That's still racism. You fucking cat. Fuck you, you germ. Or they call them a germaphobe. Like, to see those words, like, you know, usually you hear germaphobe, you think of Howie Mandel or something like that. But no, that's a motherfucker, that shit mean German. You know what I'm saying? To a fucking Frenchman or whoever that's from a different province or whatever. And it's still systemic. It's like, y'all too broke ass Providence. But because that Lynch syndrome, they got that Providence ain't that Providence because this motherfucker went and fought in this war for this motherfucker. Them motherfuckers probably started that war. And even with shit like that, like how you have rap beats and shit, where motherfuckers be like, man, I heard that nigga rape the bitch. I don't like no rapist ass niggas. That shit's the same way with them. Like, a motherfucker, if you could have behind the war story, a motherfucker say this shit started over this little Ferlenzine from such and such little nuttin' ass bitch. And then all of a sudden America came with them motherfuckers bombing us and spraying us with this and that or whatever the fuck, you know? And it's like all around the board when they come back around that circle, it's like you see that racism, you see that bullshit that white folks, and it just ain't America, you know what I'm saying? Anywhere you got white folks, the white colonies that sell from there to here, you know what I'm saying? Because it was black sellers back in the day too. Fucking oh boy, who the violin's named after? I forgot his exact name. Something by something. And then you got America Van Fusen, who is really the actual black man who actually discovered America before Christopher Columbus. And you know, you never would thought you would see the history books where you wouldn't see these white motherfuckers that were so praised back in the day be shitted on there. Like Christopher Columbus, he shitted on and taken out the fucking history books damn near because, yeah, he was the one bringing the Black Plague and all that nasty sex bullshit that killed the Hawaiians and some Europeans and all that. But at the same time, it's like, it's so many motherfuckers that's not talked about, that's not bigged up, that are black or brown.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to switch the subject, but you know, we got more than one. So yeah, fuck the police, fuck that whole shit with the police. The police ain't shit. Let's defund them. Niggas stand up. Don't be no ignorant motherfucker out here just committing crimes, but really be a real nigga, a family man. Nigga, if I stole that pack of meat, it was to feed my family. Shut the fuck up. Don't chase me for 10 blocks. Let the meat be sold. My family fed. You got more meat. I might can come back tomorrow and pay you. But all that extra shit y'all be doing, man, fuck the police, fuck y'all, fuck that. Let's go back to trade, nigga. You got 50 pounds of coke, nigga, we got 50 pounds of oil. Let's switch them out.
Hell yeah.
All this motherfucking taking greed shit is the problem, even with the fucking police. So fuck the police, fuck the government, fuck this busy motherfucker Joe Biden that I voted for. Pamela Harris, bitch, stand your ass up. Do what the fuck black people do. Let's go.
Shit. Cause they have yet to really do. It's everybody out here getting all these protections, these deals, and I don't understand.
It ain't nothing but big business.
Huh?
It ain't nothing but big business. Matter of fact, let's talk about big business. Cause all these PPP loans and all this bullshit that niggas is getting locked up for now.
I need one shit.
I had the opportunity to give them. I could have got. It was, but the scam is not gonna be called a scam. It is not being called a scam. They saying the population, not Black America, but the population scammed the government. Bitch, what? We didn't put this shit out there for nobody to get or do. So how the fuck did we scam?
I really believe they said that.
I'm speaking for every fucking American in America. How the fuck did we scam something we didn't put out? We didn't say, hey, come get this money. We didn't say, hey, this, that. How about before y'all put out the scam, y'all had already scammed the scam? Because there was a bunch of Fortune 500 motherfuckers that wasn't suffering, that took the long. Why ain't none of them going to jail?
They was getting out.
But a nigga like us, man, you took 40 years knowing you couldn't pay it back. Getting that deal.
They took the money the first round. They took all the money the first round.
Exactly.
The big bitch, they took all the money the first round. Either the first 2 rounds or the first round. They motherfuckers took all the money.
We got in. America got in on the 3rd round. Like, oh shit, you know what? Because here's the ticket. I keep telling people.
They kept pressuring people to
this
get
COVID
it.
shit wasn't number population control.
Yep.
It was.
Yep.
It was just like crack in the motherfucking 80s, nigga. You can't give me some shit to sell and then lock me up for selling it. Bitch, you know what you gave it to me for. You know what I was going to do with it. Now you want to talk shit to me because you made your money? No. That ain't how this shit works, pal. We made money. Shut the fuck up. Let's keep it going. That's why I love Snowfall.
Stupid.
Say we.
Shit. For real. That's probably what we should start calling our podcast, We the People.
It's it. Shit. That's it.
These motherfuckers always want to do some shit and then tell us we did it. How the fuck does that even work?
I don't know. That's just, it's crazy because it's like, oh no. No.
It's only supposed to work out for certain motherfuckers.
Think about it. That's like a bitch telling you she sucked the hell out your dick, you ate the hell out her pussy, then you banged her out for an hour or two, and you like, bitch, I know I was drunk last night, but that is not what happened. That is not what happened. I don't know what dream you had when you passed out on the couch or wherever you passed out, but I was nowhere near you. This dick was not in your throat. Stop it. But everybody else rather go off that motherfucker story than the actual story. That's how America's working, and we keep letting it happen, and I'm telling you, until the people stand up and say, no, bitch.
But they not.
I pray they will. I pray they will. I got enough faith for the people. And I ain't just talking about black people. I'm talking about all people. Black, brown, white, orange, yellow, gun. Like my nigga said, jaundice, yellow, white people. Stand the fuck up.
You said what yellow?
The jaundice, the liver cancer, jaundice, yellow people. Stand the fuck up.